We know that Gege has already decided on the story's main points, but is still working on the many points between them. In this video, we will share with you one of the main points that we know will happen within the series, the Tengen merger. Many people are still wondering if the Tengen merger will happen, and we can confidently say it will. The entire Jujutsu Kaisen story revolves around it. From Toji's era until now, everything has been centered on Master Tengen. Master Tengen is crucial because he's the core of the Jujutsu Kaisen world and Yuji's development. Sorcerers exist thanks to Tengen. Thanks to Tengen, Gojo's 6 eyes also exist, as they are both connected by fate. Sukuna was reincarnated because of the Tengen merger. The world of Jujutsu Kaisen revolves around Tengen. That's how insanely important he is in the storyline. The whole reason the Culling game was created is to facilitate the Tengen merger and allow Yuji to unleash his new arsenal. Without the Culling game, Yuji would be weaker than most sorcerers, and everyone else would be stealing the spotlight, one of them being Gojo. That's why the first person Gege removed was Gojo. His removal is the main thing that will allow the story to move forward. That doesn't mean Gojo is gone and will forever be gone. He's back after the merger. This is something we've spoken about many times in the past few months. Makes sense why we never fell for the Gojo is coming back in the Culling game tricks. There are already hints out there backing the point that Gojo is coming back after the merger, so there is no reason to doubt the fact that he is coming back. When it comes to Sukuna, the main reason he was reincarnated was to merge Tengen with humanity. That is Sukuna's main role in the whole series. Now here's where things get a little interesting. Kenjaku notably created Sukuna to help him out in the merging of Tengen and humanity, but also created Yuji for his merging plan. The funny thing is, Yuji has no idea why he was made, and we can safely say that Yuji is the bomb that Kenjaku was talking about back in one of the panels. The bomb that will kill the beast. If you think about it, Yuji is built like a bomb. After witnessing all his loved one dying, he finally unleashes a new technique. The bigger the pain, the more he explodes out with his new technique. We can expect Yuji to be the one that destroys the beast, whereas Sukuna, who is the complete opposite of Yuji in every aspect, will also have the complete opposite role to Yuji, and that's the creation of the beast. Sukuna creates the chaos, Yuji creates the order, the opposite sides of the same coin. That is why Sukuna cannot die. He is the key driving force behind the Tengen merger. We cannot lie when we say this, but Sukuna is the guy carrying the whole story. So instead of him dying, expect Gege to kill everyone in the Culling game, including Yuta, Todo, and everyone else. Sounds like a sad story, but it's the only way to allow Yuji to unleash his new arsenal through witnessing his loved ones die. Not only is Sukuna the guy carrying the whole story, but he is also the main driving force behind Yuji's growth, and he doesn't know it. Without Sukuna, Yuji would be incredibly weak. Yuji is compelled to get stronger with the motivation to kill Sukuna. This drive has enabled him to unleash techniques like cleave and dismantle, and unleash the biggest black flash in history. However, he won't kill Sukuna anytime soon because, first, the merger must occur, and second, killing Sukuna would mean losing Megumi. Gojo knew this, and Yuji likely understands it too. The only option Yuji has is to devour Sukuna. That's essentially the only choice. Gege did this intentionally. He chose Megumi as Sukuna's vessel because he knows Megumi won't die, which means Sukuna won't die either. If Sukuna were in someone else's body, other than Yuji's or Megumi's, he would have been dead long ago. But thanks to Megumi's body, Sukuna has the option to live as no one will kill him just yet. Sukuna living means he will soon destroy everyone, even in his weakened state. Expect him to use his infamous binding vows to achieve this. One thing I know is that the Tengen merger arc is going to be insanely good because we will get to witness Yuji's whole arsenal in action. On top of that, Yuji will be entirely full-time on screen. We won't be seeing Yuji sidelined or someone jumping here or there. It's going to be all on Yuji. The greatest battle in the whole of Jujutsu Kaisen. When Sukuna kills everyone, the merger will begin between humans and Tengen. Now, it sounds like nothing special, but if you have read the manga, you will learn that Tengen will turn into something greater than a sorcerer, an all-powerful cursed spirit. Sukuna doesn't really know what he's getting himself into. He actually believes it's going to be fun, but little did he know that in his weakened state, the Tengen beast will straight up devour him. Not only that, but the Tengen beast will put the world into temporary chaos, just what Kenjaku wanted. However, Kenjaku probably knew Sukuna would be weakened as hell and wouldn't be able to kill the beast on his own, so that's why he created Yuji. If you observe Yuji's arsenal, you will learn that his arsenal is diverse. He basically has a variety of things. One of them is Claws of Calamity, the other is Blood Manipulation, RCT, Cleave and Dismantle, Black Flash, Divergent Fist, and more to come. These crazy techniques were not made for Yuji to kill Sukuna, but for Yuji to destroy the beast. Yuji can easily kill Sukuna in his weakened state if he got a little pissed off and unleashed his domain expansion. However, the reason why he is not doing so is because Sukuna's death will end the whole series, making JJK the driest series in anime history. Imagine JJK ending in the Culling game, it would be a total flop. For peak fiction to happen, there has to be a final villain. Having the same villain throughout the series would be far from peak cinema. Just like how Madara Madara was the main villain in Naruto, and then Kyuga came through who was the final villain, we can expect something similar in JJK. It happens in every series, to be honest, not only in JJK or Naruto, but also Bleach. Killing Tengen may seem like everything will be back to normal, but in fact it's the opposite. Killing Tengen will create a new world, which is Kenjaku's main goal and something he has been yapping about since the beginning of JJK Season 2. Kenjaku wants to create a new world, and the crazy thing is that Gojo will be back in it. This has already been hinted at in the Shibuya incident, where Kenjaku tells Gojo he will meet him in the new world. If you know Gege, you will learn that he is the king of foreshadowing, though what we see here is Gege and his foreshadowing business taking place. The new world is right after the Tengen merger, and it's the only time he would be back. The new world can only happen after Tengen is dead. If Tengen is still alive, we are still in the old world. The Culling game is still part of the old world. We can say that the Culling game is laying the foundation for the new world. Question you guys may be asking is, how is the new world created? Let me explain in the most simplest way so you guys can understand. From the manga, we learn that Master Tengen has his own barriers that surround the whole of Japan. Primary function of these barriers is to optimize cursed energy. Yuji killing the Tengen beast will lead to the removal of the barriers. If the barrier's main job was to optimize cursed energy, then the removal would cause the opposite effect, which is the de-optimization of cursed energy, or in other words, a decrease in cursed energy. A decrease in cursed energy will affect everyone, including humans, curses, and sorcerers, making them become weaker than ever. That is why sorcerers and curses are insanely strong in Japan, because of the Tengen's barrier. Removal of these barriers will affect both the sorcerers and curses kingdoms. Now, Kenjaku is a scientist, and all scientists know this concept. I'm sure you have heard it in your science classes. The concept of order and chaos, also known as the law of order, exists in the world and exists in JJK. Since Gege is a low-key scientist, he used it in his series. Kenjaku knows that for the world to change, he needs to first create chaos, and through chaos, he can remove that problem, creating permanent order. It's a law of nature. So when Yuji kills the Tengen beast, it will cause Japan, including the world's cursed energy equilibrium, to shift, causing the world to go from chaos and come back to order. I'm sure you have realized by now that with strong curses come strong sorcerers. Gojo being born as the strongest led to stronger curses to come through. This is the law of order at play. Strong sorcerers and strong curses come hand in hand. When cursed energy is de-optimized, or you can say decreased after the removal of the Tengen barrier, we will see curses become weaker, and sorcerers will also become weaker than ever. After I came to this realization, I realized that Kenjaku may in fact look like a villain, but he is in fact a hero of the Jujutsu Kaisen world. The guy did a lot of bad things, but it was for the greater good. Yes, most were crazy bad, but he had no option but to do it. I'm not siding with him, but I'm just pointing out something very important. So it makes sense why Gege is killing everyone, so the ones who decided to take the North will come back into a new world. The North concept is not only for Gojo, but for everyone who has died and who still hasn't taken the South, the people who are in between the world of the living and the dead. These people include Nobara and Higuruma, and a bunch of others will follow them, Yuta being one of them. That's why we have never seen Nobara at the train station, because she's in between both worlds and still has yet to decide her path. When it comes to Yuta, we know that Yuta staying in Gojo's body will destroy the series. Yuta has to die so the series can move forward, so Yuji can unleash his domain expansion, and the merger can happen so the new world can be born and Gojo can return. Yuta is much stronger than Yuji right now, so him staying alive will make him the MC. It would make no sense if Yuta ended up saving the show. Yuta definitely will have to die, no doubt about this, unless Gege chose to take the Disney Kaisen route. The new world means that everyone has to be reborn. We can expect them to sacrifice something just like Gojo, most likely their CT. This would mean Gojo won't be the monster alone. Everyone else will join him. He won't be lonely anymore, but will have company because everyone's CT will be gone. There's no point in them having their CT in the new world, and this is because their CT is no longer needed if curses are weaker than ever. We might, in fact, see everyone learn the Black Flash instead of having CTs. That's a theory, but who knows? I don't know about you, but I strongly believe Gojo will come back with one eye. And the reason why I say this is because it's been foreshadowed countless times, and Gege doesn't seem to be stopping the foreshadowing business. We all have seen the recent foreshadowing where Ghost Gojo has one eye missing. It's the 100th time we've seen Gojo with one eye, foreshadowing his return without his 6 eyes. Some people believe that Gojo's life has ended and that he won't be coming back in the series. However, there is no evidence to support this claim. If there were evidence, we could definitively say Gojo will not be returning, just like with Kashimo. Gege is actually doing the opposite, frequently featuring Gojo in the latest panels. The presence of a ghostly Gojo only adds to the theory that he might have lost an eye and will be coming back. To finalize this video, let's not forget Sukuna can't die. If he does, he needs to die with a vessel, and that is Megumi. Sukuna's death will destroy everything, including Yuji, unleashing his domain expansion, the merger, and Gojo's return. Yuji devouring Sukuna is highly likely to happen, or we can say that Sukuna might willingly return to Yuji after realizing that Megumi's vessel is holding him back and preventing him from going all out against the beast. After the merger, Sukuna may forcefully return to Yuji's vessel, which is his original and stronger vessel. Ultimately, it's either devouring or Sukuna returning to Yuji. If Gege makes Yuji and Sukuna work together to kill the Tengen beast, it would create an insanely crazy duo. The idea of uncle and nephew working together would be wild. This is a possibility, considering we've seen Choso, who was once evil, turn good and helped Yuji. If someone who was once evil can turn good and assist Yuji, Sukuna might do something similar. There is a possibility that Sukuna could undergo a change and team up with Yuji. That would be wild, not going to lie. Everything I've shared is a mixture of facts and some theories based on observation. I strongly believe Gojo will be back after the merger. The evidence is too strong to ignore. The fact that he did not come back in the Culling game doesn't mean he will never be back. Remember, this is Yuji's story, so let's at least give some respect to the MC for some time.